PC Pordella, who was working in a Met Police control room overnight, said the rioting was the worst disorder he had seen in his 25-year career.
What a horrendous night. I hope I never have to face a shift like that again. I've been a police officer for 25 years, in the public order arena for about 22 of those. I've never seen or experienced anything like it. It was horrendous.
Now, you say, this is interesting, I've never heard this, public order arena. Clearly it was public disorder arena last night. And you were sitting there. Did you feel powerless?
I didn't feel powerless. I felt extremely proud of the officers that were out on the street, working in exceptionally difficult conditions, doing the best they could with the resources we had available. The Met and the county forces that we had assistance from last night through everything we had at the ground to try and stop what went on. And I was just appalled to see the capital city burning the way it was.
Now, when you say it's the worst disorder you've seen in 25 years, I hate to do it. It's like picking over the bones of a carcass. But can you explain why it was so bad?
I think it was spread over such a wide area, and the shops being looted, random attacks on buildings which were then set on fire. I've been involved in going back as far as the Wapping dispute in the early 80s, through the poll tax riots, several Notting Hill carnivals. I've just never seen wanton destruction on such a large scale across such a large area.
And when you're sitting there and you're fielding the calls, how does it work? I mean, people were phoning 999. Can they get through to you? How does it work?
The 999 system was obviously under tremendous pressure last night. I wasn't actually working on that side of it, but I was obviously aware of what was going on. And we're just sort of saying to people, we understand, we will get there. And I've got to say that a lot of the public were extremely supportive, and they were saying, that we appreciate you can't get here, the damage has been done now, or the people have left, we realise you'll get round when we can. And some people were, even saying it's okay, we can see the police at the end of our street, we feel safe now, but come round and report our crime when you can, and the public, were seen in the most part to be behind the police.
I mean, given the catalyst for all this violence with Mark Duggan, given that we don't understand fully why it all started, there's a shift. Are you finding a shift in people's relationship to the police, that from being critical, they're now much more supportive of what you're doing?
I think in certain sections of society, yes. I think the biggest criticism I would lay there is towards the Home Secretary, and I was fairly appalled by her comments not so long ago that she felt the police were adequately resourced to deal with this, and that the government wouldn't be reviewing the decision to cut 20% of our numbers. If we had 20% less officers to deal with an incident like last night, we would have lost more buildings, and I think the toll could have been, possibly in lives. So
you're saying that actually you are not adequately resourced?
We have the lowest number of police officers per capita of population anywhere in Europe. At our conference 2 years ago, the Home Secretary said British people are not like the French and the Greeks who were rioting at that time. We warned her it would happen. She said it wouldn't, and I think last night, unfortunately, proved that we were right.
Well, yeah, but tell me, Pordella, why did you know it was going to happen? Why did you warn the Home Secretary? What were you seeing that you knew it was going to happen?
Because the recession in the 80s, the tensions that arose then, you could just, the tensions on the street, the people that we deal with day in, day out, we could see the poverty that they're going into, and that just kind of makes it looking for that spark. And we warned the Home Secretary that cuts would cause this. Those cuts have started to happen, and, unfortunately, the devastating effects last night.